Hello, welcome back to Growing Older and Wiser. I hope that you're doing well and that you're enjoying these various videos. I'm hearing from some of you that these are making an impact, and thank you very much for letting me know that. It always feels good when you do something like this and people aren't physically present. It's really nice when people make comments, send you an email or something, so you don't just feel you're talking to the air. But anyway, so thank you. I want to talk about something today that I see is really key in life. And it's key in life from day one, actually, at any age. But I think as we age more, I'm finding the more that I can apply this in my life, the easier things are, the smoother things go, and the happier I am. What I'm talking about are two words with the word "and" in between. And the words are accept and allow. When you put accept and allow together, it makes a huge difference in your life. So let me break it down a little bit. When I'm talking about accepting, I'm not talking about condoning. All right, there's a big difference. Accepting means whatever's going on in our life, whether it's a physical condition in our body, or it's a relationship, or it's the state of the world, or our business, our work, whatever. And it may or may not be the way we want it to go. Let's just assume it's not going the way you want. The first thing is to accept it. Accept this is how it is. People say, well, if I do that, then it'll never change and it'll stay that way. No, it won't. It's going to help you better if you can accept it. It's like I always say, if you can't accept that you're in Seattle and you're trying to get to New York, you'll never get there because you won't know your starting point. Accepting is saying, this is what's going on in my life, and I acknowledge that it's there. I don't condone it. In other words, I'm not saying it's good that this is happening. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm simply saying this is an is in my life, and I accept that it's in my life. That's it. So that's the acceptance piece. And allow. Allow means I don't push against it. How often is something in your life and you don't like it, and you not only don't accept it, but you don't allow it. In other words, you're constantly trying to get rid of it. Let's use pain as an example because it's something that's up for a lot of people right now. Physical pain, emotional pain. A lot of people, myself included, there's some emotional pain with what's going on in the world today. You know, when I see how people are being treated and I see the war in Ukraine and all of these situations, I don't like it. I don't like it. But I have to accept that it's happening, whatever it is. Allowing means I don't push against it. So I don't push saying, well, it shouldn't be there. And, what can I do to end it? What can I do? Now, be careful here. If there's something going on that you don't like, whether it's in your body, in your circumstances, or in the world, and you can do something about it, do it. Absolutely, do it. But if there really isn't anything that you personally can do about whatever it is, or you've been told there's nothing you can do, that's when you get into allowing it. You allow it to exist. Don't push against it. Pushing against it will only give it strength. When we push against a person or a situation in our life, we give it power. We give it power by our attention. And, the more energy we put into not liking it, the more energy we put into trying to eradicate it, get rid of it, the more of our life force we're giving to it. When I can say, all right, this is how it is. I don't like it, but I accept this is how it is, and I allow it to be there. There's nothing I personally can do, or I've done what I can do, and there you have it. Let's use pain as an example, because this is, as I said, up for a lot of people. There's a teacher, or was a teacher named Swami Kriyananda, who founded the Ananda group, and he wrote a bunch of books and all of that. And one of the things he talked about with pain was to go into the pain and actually experience the pain, and that when you become one with the pain, it actually lessens. And he said he'd gotten to the point where he could go to the dentist and not need Novocaine or anything like that. So after that, I thought about it, and I thought, because I like many people, do not like going to the dentist. I find it, my teeth are very sensitive, blah, blah, blah. But I decided the next time I was going to go, I decided, yes, I was going to have Novocaine and those things. But I was really going to work with this concept of going into the pain and becoming one with the pain. So I did that. And I'll be darned if it didn't work. Yes, the pain was still there, but it became more muted. I didn't notice it as much. So I've tried this at other times in my life when I have pain of one kind or another, emotional or physical, that instead of trying to get rid of it and saying, oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, say, yeah, maybe I do. But first of all, I'm going to accept that I'm in pain, whatever pain that may be, and I'm going to allow it. Just allow it to be there. Befriend the pain. Be with the pain. Then, once you get to that point, what I have found is if there's something that can alleviate the pain, it will become obvious. Whether it's something physical, it's an activity or a drug or whatever, if it's a relationship, a new way to behave, a new way to look at it, all of those things, they suddenly become more obvious. You know why? Because you're not pushing against it. When you're focused on pushing against something, you can't see the answer. The other thing, to live your life with the mantra of I accept and allow, or however you want to do that, you have to be willing to give up some drama. Many people are addicted to drama. And I don't think I was ever addicted to drama, but I have to admit that there were times when some drama was kind of fun. I wouldn't have said it at the time, but looking back, I'm going, I could have made some different decisions and there would have been less drama. So, for accept and allow to work, you also need to say to yourself or ask yourself, do I need this drama in my life? Or am I willing to accept and allow this situation to be there and be what it is? And I'm going to be what I am. And I'm going to just love and exist. Can I do that? And am I willing to let go of drama? And if you can get to that place, oh boy, things become a lot more fun. They become more interesting. And you can just have that little buffer that keeps you from letting yourself get so stressed out and negative. So there you have it. That's my tip for this week as you grow older and wiser, which is accept and allow. Next time.